This is the journey to one Africa.
They say the knowledge is power, but I can argue a little bit with this point. Not always the knowledge is power. Okay, not the power as you think it is, but it can be power, but it can be both negative power and positive power. I've already started, guys, all right? The knowledge is power, but that power, it can be negative and positive as well, because it really depends where you get your knowledge from. So if you get wrong knowledge, then it's no longer power the same way that I want to address to you guys. It's power in another dimension, that you could get knowledge, you can still get knowledge, and that knowledge could still destroy you completely. So that is negative power. But if you get the right knowledge, if you get the true knowledge, then it's power. It means, it can power you to actually change the community and actually change yourself, because ignorance is not a disease. Ignorance is not a curse. It's simply a disease, and there's a cure for ignorance, and that is knowledge. And that knowledge, not wrong knowledge, but true knowledge. So when we address and say that knowledge is power, we have to make clear what kind of knowledge are we talking about, because if it is the wrong knowledge, then it's no longer power that can transform, but it's power that can bring us down. And I think that is what happened to Africa, because we got knowledge, but we got the wrong knowledge. Okay, the knowledge of Africa after colonialism, even before the colonialism, when colonialists came, they did the best they could to make sure that we detached ourselves from the history of Africa, right? So we got the different kind of knowledge. Even today, in most of our countries, we learn about United States, we learn about London, we learn about, UK, we learn about all these different countries. We can actually mention all the capital city of a lot of our, continent, Asia and whatever, but, we can barely name 54 countries in Africa, all right? So we got knowledge, yes, but the knowledge that we got, it did not help us, and it did not help us to move from where we was, to where we should be, all right? But it just crippled us, and we stayed where we are right there. So when we talk about knowledge and we declare that knowledge is power, we must remember that not all kind of knowledge is power the way you think, right? There's wrong knowledge and there's a truth knowledge about yourself. And how can you find this truth knowledge? For me, I believe, the transformation of Africa, the transformation of the continent, all right, the transformation of Africa and the transformation of the continent, let me say this. Okay, I believe that the transformation of Africa and the transformation of this continent, it begins from individual, from each and every single one of us, all right, by getting the right knowledge. And how do you get the right knowledge? First, you should know who you are. First, you should know who you really are. You should know your identity out yourself, and as yourself. This, you're gonna need your personal time. You're gonna need a moment to sit down with yourself and with your God and to find out who you really are. All right, you should find out who you really are. So for instance, if you have if you buy your phone, there's a new phone came out, but I don't want to advertise them here. All right, if you want to buy a phone, or if you want to buy something that you don't really know how to use, always that product, it always come with the manual. It always come with manual. Manual basically is a piece of paper that it's actually, you can read the instruction, you can read the mind of the manufacturer, all right, the person who produced that product. You can find his mind, you can get to know his mind by reading the manual. Then when you read the manual, you can understand how to use this product that you have, all right? Without the manual, a lot of us maybe will never get to use the product you're using today, or it will get a longer time to find out how even to turn on the TV, the smart TV, all right? Or your phone, or to use whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So you need that manual to find out what is this product and how can I use it. So for you, in order to discover yourself, to know who you really are, you need to go to manufacturer to actually have some personal time with him, to understand yourself, to know who you are. Because when you know who you are, then you realize what kind of purpose you have. You realize why you are here. The first process is to know who you are. The second after that, to ask yourself, okay, I know who I am. I know who am I, or I know who I am. So why am I here? Knowing why am I here? where I am. Okay, I'm in Africa right now. I'm outside of the Africa. I'm outside of the continent. But why am I here at this particular moment? Why? If you don't know why you are where you are, I think you should find another place to live, because maybe that place is not really providing anything to you. But, you know, you need to figure out, first of all, who you are. Second, why you are where you are right now. So me, I'm here in the continent. I got to figure out why I'm here. And to be honest, I did not know, because I was somewhere else. But I figured out why I was here when I got here. Like the moment, you know, my plan was to get here, you know, and then to leave, to go to pursue masters in some other country outside of the continent. But the moment I learned here, I knew that I was supposed to be here. I just knew it in my spirit. I knew it in my mind. I knew it in my body. I knew it in my bone. And I made a very difficult decision. I called the school that I already had admission and a scholarship to attend there to go for masters. And I called them and I told them that, hey, I ain't gonna come, because now I know why I am in Africa. And I cannot afford to leave right now, because I cannot afford to waste my time. All right, you guys, some of y'all might think that I was crazy because I went somewhere else. You know, I mean, I was supposed to go and start masters, but you know, I stopped and I stayed here, and I'm talking to you guys right here. So you might, you know, think about the opportunity cost and think like, I think you wasted a lot of opportunity. You had a scholarship, you already had admission. Why did not just go to finish the studies? It's not just about studying. What kind of knowledge are you consuming? Actually, today, thinking about the school, if I went back to that master's and studied the major that I wanted to study, man, I would have wasted a lot of my time. I would have wasted a lot of my time. So it's very important to know who you are first, and second, why are you here? All right? Why are you here? To realize your potential, to realize your purpose. Why are you here? And I was able to be connected with Africa. I was able to be connected with this place. When I landed here, I knew why I was here. So I took my phone call and I called them and told them, hey, you know, I think you could give that scholarship to somebody who will be deserving that, but I'm not going to be able to come. You know, my advisor advised me, said that, you know, she said that, hey, you know, you don't have to make a rash decision. You can stay for 1 year and then think about it. We can still keep it for you. Next year you can come. Imagine, man, it's a scholarship they can literally just give to somebody else. But I said, no, I ain't gonna come. I know why I'm in Africa, and I'm not gonna leave anytime soon. So after knowing why you're here, all right, these are procedures, then you got to find out, what can you do? What can you do? Because if you, all these things are going together, you know, if you know who you are, I can't really tell you why you're here if you don't know who you are. You cannot find out why you are where you are if you don't know who you are. Everything lies from you knowing yourself. And you got to spend some time with manufacturer to know why he created you, how he created you, and for what purpose he has created you. And let me tell you something. When you discover who you are and why you're here, then you jump into what can I do? What can I do basically is your potential. Your potential. What can you bring in the table? What can you bring to this universe? That you're not here by coincidence. If you find out why you're here, then you realize that you're here for a specific purpose. And your potential is something that you haven't done it yet. If there's anything good that you have already done in the past, if there's anything that if there's a moment in your life, if there's a time in your life that you know, man, that was the time that I lived fully. That was the time that I did a lot. That was the time that I made a lot of money. Let me tell you this, the best is yet to come. What has happened, that was not your potential. The potential is actually right inside of you. It hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen. Anything that has already happened to you is just, it's already past. So don't dwell in the past, and just discover and know what can you do. Because whatever that you can do is actually there in front of you. If you know these three questions, basically, this is what we call vision. You can actually know and dictate where you're going. You can know where you're heading. You know who you are. You know why you're here. You know what can you do. You can actually see where you're going. You see where you're going. So you can't be easily swayed away by any kind of wind. You can't be easily deceived by anyone. And this can go beyond everything, man. This can go to your business. This can go to your family. This can go to your relationship. This can go to your career. This can go to anything that you want. This can go to the entire continent of Africa, man. My people are perished because of lack of knowledge. The right knowledge, the true knowledge of who you are from the manufacturer. after reading the manual. So for me, the manual is scriptures, right? The second, why are you here? And what can you do? Your potential, what can you bring on the table? If you can answer these 3 questions, there's actually 5 questions, but today I'm going to give you only these 3 questions. If you can answer these 3 questions, then you know where you're going. If you know where you're going, if you know the vision you have, you know what you do? You cut down everything that can slow you down to achieve that vision. You cut down. You cut it down. You know that, okay, you know what? Division is not necessary. Tribalism, my tribe is not necessary. Oh, my religion is not necessary. Oh, it's not necessary. You will realize that actually you're not even gonna, a lot of time, they spend a lot of time to figure out, how can I get rid of this addiction? How can I cut down this? How can I, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna struggle for the rest of your life, and you will never be all right. You'll never break out from that shock of depression and stress and anxiety and everything, simply because you don't know who you are. You don't know why you're here. You don't know what can you do. If you know these 3 things, I'm telling you, some other things will just fade away, because you will be so focused. And you will know that I got no time to waste, because I know what I can do. And I know that the time is limited. If I think about One Africa right now, if I think that we need unit now more than ever, man, I know that I don't have time to stay here. I know that I don't have any time to waste, because to have this One Africa right now, it's not going to happen by me sitting, in front of TV for 24 hours and just play some games and watch. Oh, sit somewhere and just, talk. Oh, chat 24 hours, just text it. Hey, how are you today? What are you doing? I ain't got a time for that, because I know what to do. So a lot of things actually fades away when you discover yourself, who you are, why you are here, and what can you do. As long as you know that, I'm telling you, the habits in your life will be just cancelled. You know that, okay, I need to sleep at this time. I need to wake up at this time. I need to go this. I need to find this. I need to talk to this person. I need to read this kind of book. I need to back it up. I need to do everything I can to achieve that vision that you see. I'm telling you, once you know who you are, why you're here, what can you do, the vision becomes so clear. The vision becomes so clear in front of you that others, when they cannot see, others, when they mock you, others, when they say that this is not possible, this is impossible, you see it very clear. When they see you like you crazy ass are right there, believing that you can achieve that, you look at them and you think like they're crazy, that they cannot achieve that. The vision becomes so clear. You want to know your vision? Do you want to know why you're here? Some of you are thinking, why should I go back to the continent? You just gotta know who you are, man. If you know who you are, then you have your place. If you know who you are, then you know what you know why, and you will know what. A lot of people are wasting time in their lives because they don't know who they are. They don't know why they're there, where they are. They don't know what they can do. You're working in the company right now, morning, you come back in the evening, you don't even know why you're there. Not about like what the company needs from you, because usually when you apply, they say, okay, what should we expect from you? No, what do you expect from them? Why are you there? Why are you there? These guys, why do you expect from them? Because you're not just there to work for them. If there's any kind of job that you're doing for them and not for yourself, quit today, walk away. You would rather stay home without eating food than working without knowing why you're doing what you're doing. That's why you're stressed. That's why you don't have time. That's why you're depressed. That's why you can't take even care of your health. Why? Because you don't know why you are where you are. And we're losing a lot of people today. We're losing young people because of that. Here in the continent, a lot of ladies, they'll rather go on TikTok and make some, funny videos and do those live stream to get a little stickers here, and that's it. Why? Why are you where you are? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you employed in that company? Why are you planning to do what you're doing? Why? You cannot answer why if you don't know who you are. You cannot know who you are without going back to manufacturer, looking at the manual, and read the instruction about yourself. So looking at that was just introduction, guys.